Well, hello there. It's that time again. Yes, it is, my friend. It is time for our weekly tarot/astrology blog. Another Sunday afternoon has rolled around. This time we're on the 12th of August of 2018. And as usual, we are going to look at some Tarot de Marseille cards, both the trumps and the pips. And then we're going to go ahead and look at a bit of astrology. And as usual, it's going to be an interesting ride, so do stay on board, please. Okay, in a moment the Tarot de Marseille trumps are going to cover my face, and I'll talk about them. The cards that we have for this week are the Empress, the Magician, and the Priestess. Now here we have two ladies flanking this fellow who is playing with his tools, playing with his toys, his man toys, on his altar. But he has stopped. He is distracted. He is looking at the Empress. Now what exactly is he looking at? He's looking at her heart area, the center of her chest. And if you trace the gaze further, it terminates where her hand is lying on the shield, which contains a bird. So he is looking at, perhaps, we could say, emotional communication, the heart and the bird, birds being communicators or messengers. Also, we could say that he is looking at points of protection where her hand joins with the shield. So he stops his incessant activity, he stills his mind, he focuses on the heart area. Now this is okay because both the Priestess and the Empress are looking directly at each other, very knowingly. The Priestess is offering her book. Yes, he has his back to it, but again, it's okay. He's going to get the wisdom anyhow. The two women are going to make sure of that. So if we follow our heart this week, and we tune into communicating from the heart, we're going to find that we'll be less frantic in our activity, and probably be less troubled, as we are going to see with the pip cards. Yes, that's right. Now the pip cards are going to come on the screen, and they do support this reading. They're interesting. The pips, or some people call them minor arcana, okay? The pip cards for this week are the 7 and 3 of coins. Now, coins are money, things we hold in our hands, things we grasp. And of course, money excites us to a degree, so it could be also ideas, okay? As we're working with money, counting it, scheming to get it, working for it, we're using our noggins, we're using ideas. So coins can also fit in with the idea of ideas. So the 7, as I see it in what I employ for looking at numbers, tends to be kind of troublesome, all right? It tends to be a bit of a disruption. We have an element that just comes in, plosses itself in the middle of these 6 coins, and kind of like breaks up the circuit or road, so to speak. But what we do about that is we simplify. If we look at that 3 of coins, we're taking 2 coins off the top of the 7, 2 coins off of the bottom, and we have these 3 coins that are in the middle, a triangle. And the flowers, the flora, that is coming up in the upper half of the 3 of coins forms a heart. So in simplifying, in removing what is not essentially necessary, we can find that we are coming from a heart space. And focusing on the heart and communicating that is going to help us avoid some of the astrological dilemmas or energies that we're facing at this time. That's right. Now looking at astrology, we still have Mercury in retrograde, which If you're sensitive to these energies, you usually find to be the most troubling. There's other planets in retrograde. I don't even have the list. There's going to be 5 or 6 of them. Uranus is going to go retrograde here in a bit. Not this week, but coming up from what I understand. I have to look at it, and I will look at it and share it with you as these things come up. But we have several planets in retrograde. We've had 3 eclipses or something like that in the last month. It's been astrologically very, very hectic. Now, fortunately, the retrograde is going to end soon. That's going to end a week from today. It's going to end actually just after midnight Eastern Standard Time, 12:25 a.m., early Sunday morning, late Saturday night, however you want to call that. So at that point, we're not going to be dealing with a Mercury retrograde. So our thinking will be probably a bit clear. Should be able to sign contracts, make commitments, and not really worry about it. There's one good aspect I did want to touch on now for this Wednesday, coming up on the 15th at 4:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are going to have the moon sextile the sun. Now this is good for healing, and Wednesday is Mercury Day, Angel Raphael's day. So this is a time for healing, for sending healing energy. Or if you want to use it for abundance, that's fine too. All right, because the sun and Mercury are commonly invoked too in doing prosperity spells. We are now in a waxing moon. We've had the new moon. Okay, we had the new moon last night, yesterday, whatever. And so we are now, the moon is increasing in strength, it's waxing. So this is a time for working for things on the basis of attraction. Whether it's love, money, ideas, creativity, these are things we can bring in. So there you go. There is your tarot/astrology blog. I thank you again for watching. I appreciate your support. Till I see you next week, many blessings.